So back to the newspaper, the Epoch Times. I thought this article would be a good article to see what this newspaper is all about. Page number 2. They have the editors, about us. Epoch Times is a media organization dedicated to seeking the truth through insightful and independent journalism. Standing outside of political interests and the pursuit of profit, our starting point and our goal is to create a media for the public benefit, to be truly responsible to society. We endeavor to educate readers about today's most important topics, seeking to broaden and uplift minds. We believe that rational, balanced debate is key for fostering a healthy democracy and a compassionate society. As an independent media outlet, we use our freedom to investigate issues overlooked or avoided by other media outlets. We seek to highlight solutions and what's good in society, rather than what divides us. We report respectfully, compassionately, and rigorously. We stand against the destruction wrought by communism, including the harm done to cultures around the world. We are inspired in this by our own experience. The Epoch Times was founded in 2000 to bring honest and uncensored news to people oppressed by the lies and violence in communist China. We still believe journalism is a noble vocation, but only when it genuinely seeks to serve its communities and help them to flourish. In all that we do, we will hold ourselves to the highest standards of integrity. This is our promise to you. So, sounds pretty good. I agree with most of it. Dana Cheng, the introduction. When I was growing up in China a few decades ago, we were told the communists were going to liberate the whole world. In the 1950s, the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, directed the entire country to make quality steel. China would catch up with the UK in 5 years and catch up with America in 10 years. This movement brought the economy to near collapse. In 3 years, from 1959 to 1962, 40 million people died as a result of famine. Yet the CCP has never given up 40 million people. That's like, wow. That's almost 10% of our population. More than 10% of our population. Died as a result of famine. And the population was lower. Yet the CCP has never given up on the idea of catching up with America and taking over, or liberating, as it would say, the world. Oh man, they just talk like the Americans. Liberating the world. Under Deng Xiaoping, China began doing business with the rest of the world. America opened the door wide to China, and CCP has been systematically infiltrating this country ever since. It has sent the regime's propaganda media to influence U.S. public opinion. It seeks to muddle the concepts of the CCP and China, so that any criticism of the CCP is said to be a criticism of China and the Chinese people. Racism alert. Hate crime. In this way, the CCP takes advantage of the American people's generosity and kindness towards the Chinese people. Sounds like the commies of the club, huh? Took advantage of my generosity and kindness to the maximum. The CCP has stolen military technology to build its own military, with the clear goal of defeating America, something openly discussed in books and speeches in China. So they have stolen military technology to build its own military, with the clear goal of defeating America. The CCP has developed its 1,000 Talents plan. Because the Anglo-Americans have the 1,000 years plan, I guess. Or 100 years plan. But CCP has a 1,000 talents plan and many other policies to get advanced technology to China, and has gradually lured manufacturers and high-tech companies from other nations to China. It has used century-old strategy of the United Front to infiltrate international organizations and think tanks, and to influence politicians and elites in every field. That's why I don't trust no experts, I don't trust the shitstem, and I definitely don't trust no organizations and think tanks. It has gradually shaped... Oh yeah, I used to work for this think tank called Think Together. And those punk ass bitches, they try to make me out to be the bad guy. Because I could see through their... and I didn't support their lockdown of the students, the young teenage students, and how brutally they discipline them in order to make them good little automatons. So instead they try to make it seem like I was the bad teacher, not them. But anyway, these commies, they use the United Front to infiltrate the orgs, the think tanks, politicians, and elites. It has gradually shaped mainstream opinion in the West in favor of China. That's right. I was watching a speech where somebody said, hey, you know, we shouldn't be all about socialism only. And the whole crowd was like, boo, boo, can't diss socialism, boo. So they're pretty much Chinese, in essence. It uses Confucius institutes and Chinese student organizations to control the academic system, stealing innovations and research ideas in their initial stages. So these are the spy agencies. A lot of the Asian bitches that would talk to me, they were really, really pretty, but they didn't seem to want to do anything fun. They just wanted more information and information. So maybe they're working for the Chinese too, who knows? They're Chinese student organizations. In fact, this bitch I know anyway, is stealing innovations and research ideas in their initial stages. Yeah, there was this other Chinese bitch, well, she was Southeast Asian, but she was all like, she was all trying to find out my plans and shit for me, because I was changing my careers. And I still don't have a plan. Oh man, that's how I like it. The CCP has systematically studied the entire society and system of the United States. It has identified that there are some areas in which it would be hard for China to catch up to the United States. In some new areas, including space and cyber technology, it would be easier. Uh-oh. I think I know a double agent here. Oh, space and cyber technology experts from China trying to take over the United States in that department so they can take over the other departments, because they've already studied the entire society and system. The way the CCP handled the coronavirus clearly showed its communist nature. It hid information about the virus from the Chinese people until more and more cases were found in nearby countries among travelers from China. It does not care about its own people. Why should it care about people in other countries? This is the whole feminazi Kalima communistic system, the murderous Kalima. Here in this special edition, we present a few aspects of how the CCP has infiltrated and attacked the United States. Perhaps more important than understanding these details is understanding the nature of the CCP. Indeed. We also... Oh, so CCP stands for the cock carousel pussy, yo? Because that's what these bitches are. They're a bunch of commies trying to destroy the world because of their corruption of soul. We also provide an excerpt of a new book, How the Spectre of Communism is Ruling Our World, published by the Epoch Times.